All right, Wilbon, who you got in the two NFL conference championship games on Sunday?
Tony, I think I'm particularly interested as much as ever because while I don't feel there's a super team, I know Kansas City's going for the fourth championship in 6 years. They've been a little bit vulnerable. At least the games have been really, really super tight with the defending champs this year. So I'm not sure I'm willing to say they're going to go out there and just knock Buffalo around. I don't feel that way, but I don't feel Buffalo can beat the Chiefs in Kansas City this year. I don't see that happening. And the other game, I mean, a division game, you and I have sat shoulder to shoulder at old RFK, at whatever FedEx Field was called, at the Vet where people were being carted off to jail, and at the Link, and we have watched those two teams play once in a game that was so violent, it is known as the body bag game. And now here you have these two getting together. It's hard for me to go against the two home teams. And so I'm leaning, but I ain't going to a betting window. I'm just not. They just seem too tight to call to me.
Yeah, I would love to see Buffalo get in the Super Bowl because Buffalo had the greatest run of 4 straight Super Bowls and the greatest run of heartbreak of losing 4 straight Super Bowls, one of which they lost to the Washington team 33 years ago or something like that. But I can't find a way to bet against Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes has been the greatest offensive player in the league every year for the last, 6, 7, 8 years. It's hard to bet against him. If you look over my right shoulder, you will see a picture of the bandwagon in front of the White House in January of 1992. The last season, the Washington team was great, and the last season, the Washington team was relevant. I picked against them in Tampa Bay. I picked against them last week in Detroit. I'm going to go with them this time. I'm not sure that Jalen Hurts is 100% healthy. And as you've said, they play each other twice a year every year. They're not afraid of each other. Going on the road is meaningless in division games. It just doesn't mean anything. So this time, I'll pick them. I'm doing that with my heart, but I'll pick them, sure.
That's going to be, I can't wait for this. And yet somehow, I guess you got to put the champs later in the day. But Washington, Philly, man. You know, you know how they, at great fights, at great championship fights, they trot out old fighters and they're all introduced. And you're watching a fight in like today and Mike Tyson, and they would trot out Joe Frazier and Ali. They take a bow and they should do that in Philadelphia. They should just like have John Riggins and Darryl Green and Carmichael and, Mike Quick and Donovan.
Put Jaworski out
Jaws. That'll just bring them out on the field.
You're excited for an I-95 game. Look at you. This is the new Mike Wilbon.
So shameful. So shameful. That's it. We're done. Back to you.
Kevin, speaking